Okay, afternoon. How are we all doing? It's been a while. Well, just over a month, I think. And we are now officially into English summer. And the greenhouse has really come to life. As you can see, it's nice and sunny. Well, it's a bit stormy here at the moment. But yeah, things are really starting to grow. Things are really starting to picture, and the winter leaves are turning into big summer leaves. So there's a few things to show you. So without further ado, let's get cracking, shall we? Okay, let's start this end, shall we? Hopefully the picture's going to be bright enough. I've upped the exposure a little. So let's start at this end. And first one we're going to have a look at is, bear with, I should know most of these off by heart now, is Truncata peltata edwardsiana. Trunk pelt Eddie. Now the first picture I had on this, or the first picture I had after I got it, was a bit of a letdown really, and I did actually consider selling this plant because I thought that's a bit naff, but then it put this out. Come on, focus. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. There we go. And there are definite signs of stripes. Why isn't it focusing? Definite signs of stripes. It's a decent sized picture as well, and it's pretty toothy. I think, to be fair, there's a bit of peltata coming through, but I think it's going to look eventually like a stripy trunk eddy, and it's just done this great leaf jump. Beautiful green leaves, shiny, nice shiny leaves. That's what we like to see. Beautiful shiny leaves. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this one. It's really getting its head down and starting to produce. Next to that, we have got this beaut. This is Truncata mollis. I believe this is an EP plant. Is this an EP plant? Let me investigate. Oh no, it's a wise. It's a Yamada Truncata mollis. Right below that, we've got another mollis hybrid. This is Rob mollis. This is a confirmed male. Why isn't? Is it a light issue? Maybe. It's not focusing better. We'll see how we go as we go up. That should be focusing now. Sorry about this, folks. There we go. Yeah, so Rob mollis. Nice plant. This is one of my crosses. If I can get it to focus. Come on now. Something in the background. Okay, let's try that. There you go. I've just changed the video settings to 4K. Ah, that's better. Yeah, so this is one of my crosses. This is Vichai Burb cross Edwardsiana, and as you can see, it's not the toothiest thing in the world, but I think it may end up a little bit like Vichai Burb cross Burbedi. We'll see, time will tell. Here's another butte. Platykyla. What's this one now? This is Boschiana, Platybosch, Platykyla Boschiana. Starting to put out bigger pictures. This vine starts down here, and this was the original vine. Goes all the way up there, all the way up there, all the way up there, all the way up there to here, where I chopped it and took a top cutting, which is rooted, and it's activated that node there, and it's activated another node down here, and it's also put out a big old basil down here, which is now on its way up here, vining like crazy. Really fast growing plant, really rewarding plant, especially when you get to the uppers. I mean, this is a small upper. The bigger uppers look way better than this. So hopefully bigger things to come, and hopefully it might chuck out another flower spike. It's confirmed male, which ain't a problem really, because it does produce huge spikes, lots of pollen, so it's a good pollen donor for sure. So right below it we have, and this is no lie, this I measured it the other day from the tip of this leaf there to the tip of that leaf there, and it is 60 centimeters across. And this newish leaf here is 8.5 inches wide, and it's still expanding. It's like a boat paddle. It's absolutely huge. Just popped out this picture here. This one is, I'm going to say this one is a winter picture. It did start forming literally a month or so back, but it's got the most amazing neck to the peristome. Fantastic rob. It is a seed grown, believe it or not, and I've had it, I've had this 5 years or more, just over 5 years I believe. It's got to be ready to flower soon. Hopefully summer we might get a flower off it. I really do hope so. Under here we've got Spectabilis villosa. This thing is just mad. It's just crazy, this plant. The way it grows. Oh, hang on, put that picture back up there. It's just put out this big basil as well, which is picturing. Oh, knocked him off. But it comes out of the pot, and it comes out of sorts here where we had a bit of a mite problem. These leaves are from last year, and this is how they grow. They grow really twisted and curly, and every one of these I've seen all grow the same. And then it comes around here, up here, and then ends in a pigtail just there. And as you can see, it's vining like mad. so we may get a flower off it. This is a wisteria plant, believe it or not, and as you can see, the pictures are fantastic, good size as well. Chucked that plant. I did consider selling it a while back, and then I thought, you know what, no, I'm going to keep it. It's a decent plant. And down here we've got Rob Cantley Eddy, so Rob Burb Eddy. Nice plant. Tivier, Maxima Vici rather. As you can see, things are getting a little overgrown here now. Vici Platy, Vici Candy Dreams. Yeah, Vici Platy, Vici Candy Dreams. This is the bigger one of the two that I've got, and it's just put out this leaf jump. These are summer leaves now. Look at the size of that, massive. Working on a picture down here, and it holds pictures for ages. It really does. It really, probably one of the best platy crosses I've got. They really are a fantastic plant, and I mean, you look at the size of that, it's unbelievable. And the other one, I've got two. Here's the other one. Great looking plant. The peristome is just off the charts. And look at this, mad leaf jumps. Absolutely mad leaf jumps. Oh, down here is a carnivore offering. I quite like this. Quite a nice peristome on that. This and this, believe it or not, these two plants are from the same seed pod, and they are, if I can find a pot with the name on somewhere, stand by, bear with. I do have a pot here somewhere with them. They are Song of Melancholy, Vici. Where is that pot? I've got, actually, this one's the same as well. I'll show you this one. Ah, there you go. They are Song of Melancholy, cross Vici, cross Loioi Vici, cross Boschiana, cross Babigiae. And this one is exactly the same plant. So those three, these three plants here are all from the same seed pod. That is the variation in the seed pod. Mad, isn't it? All from the same seed pod. That's another one. I did have, I had a lot of these germinate, and I've still got a load of them, and I've just been growing them out to see really what they're going to look like. And over time, I've just whittled it down to the ones I've got left. Here's another Platy Bosch. This is that's an upper. That's going to be a nice picture. But the Rob is definitely spreading its wings, so to speak. This is Mammoth. If you remember, Mammoth was down the back here, somewhere here, and it wasn't growing its best. There was a vine that had flowered. It is confirmed female. There was a vine that had flowered, and then the vine started to basically decline, and so I chopped the vine, and it was virtually dead. And this is the basil. When I unpotted it, it was pot bound, and to get it out of the pot and clean the roots off, it did cause a fair bit of damage to the roots. So I put it in all new media, all new substrate, lots of moss, lots of rock wool. I'm a huge fan of rock wool. It is fantastic stuff, and the plants love it. And you'll see if you unpot one of the plants that I've got that's got rock wool in, the roots go right into it, and they really do seem to love it. So yeah, it's coming back. Got nice shiny leaves now, and it's just putting out a new growth, but it's coming back. I'm well happy. And up here we've got platyburb. You'll notice it's now minus the flower stalk. We had a heat wave here, as the English folks will tell you. It got a bit warm. It got very warm, in fact. And all the seed pods started to ripen and started to pop open. So I took them all off and popped open the pods, and the platyburb cross VCIM platykyla, which was the EP cross I did. The seed count from the pods off them were about 30 seeds per pod. So I do have a few of those. And then there was platyburb cross supernova, platyburb cross candy, platyburb cross Lowii platy. So yeah, I got a fair few seeds. Really good harvest off them. So, but I've left it vining. I've left the vining. It is activating nodes all over the place down here. There's also quite a sweet basil coming up on it, which I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to chop it off. I'm just going to let it get on with it. And since flowering there, it's grown all the way up there, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. In fact, it's kind of speeding up. So I'm hoping we'll get another flower spike off that, because she is a really, really good producer of seeds. I'm really chuffed with this plant, and the pictures are really colourful, tricoloured stripes. So it's a good parent plant for decent crosses. This is Vicii Barrio Candy BB cross Vicii Barrio MEP. It's been a slow, steady grower, really, but it's starting to pick up now. But as Vicii go, it's probably one of the slowest one I've got. I mean, 4033 is a slow plant, but this one's a little bit slower, but still nice stripy plant. Here we've got Burkii, Wisteria Burkii, cross Haryana. A good toothy plant, and this was a slow starter. It's potted in cocoa chip, and initially I thought I was going to have to repot it because it wasn't growing. It just seemed to be struggling, and then all of a sudden it started banging out these big old leaves. But I have noticed, I don't know if everybody else has got these little brown rings on the leaf. Now, I've no idea what I'm guessing it's fungal. I have treated it. It doesn't appear to be harming the plant in any way. It's still growing. In fact, it's growing really well. And it's just done this other big leaf here. So, and this one, nice shiny leaves, look. Beautiful shiny leaves. So it looks happy. So we'll just let it carry on. Another VTI. This is Blacklip cross. Fair bit of variation in this. If you look at some of the other people who've got them, Pender and Mark, there's a fair bit of variation between them. But it's growing well. Back down here on the table. This one. This is LVB, so Loeovici Boschiana, LVBMC, so it's LVB Maxima, I'm guessing Campanulata, cross Vici, cross Rigidifolia. Now, to be fair, these were a bit of a letdown, majority of them, but this one's showing a bit of striping. And the majority of these I've got show no striping at all. It's just a pure yellow peristome. But this one's got a lot of promise, especially when it gets a little bigger. So hold the phone on that one. Loei Vici cutting I got off Tom Bennett. Pender's got one the same size, but his is already pictured. Obviously, being in the tent, a lot warmer. It's getting its groove on. Ericoides is thinking about. Is it aborted? I think it's aborted. Oh well. It was thinking about a picture, but it looks like it's aborted. Slow and steady. It's a slow and steady plant. It just chugs along. What else we got? One of my favourites. Here we go. Eustacia tenuis. I love this plant. This one's for Dan. Tree man Dan. It's just fantastic how, look at that. It reminds me of, I'm going to say, and some might agree, some might not, but reminds me a little bit of Glandulifera uppers. And I don't know what it is. I think it's just the way that they're hanging. But it does remind me, they do remind me a little bit of Glandulifera uppers, but that just might be me. But I just love their way they just hang there in little clusters. And it's a great cross. It is a great cross. And so far, up here, we've got 2 basils. Is it 2 or 3? 2, I think. 2 basils. And then the main vine comes out and goes all the way up here, up to about here. There you go. Oh, is that a flower? I feel. Oh, I can feel. There might be a flower in there. I can feel the little ridges. Yeah, we might have a little flower in there. You never know. That's an upper picture. Not a great deal of difference between the uppers and the lowers by the looks of it. Now that's an upper, and that's a lower, and there doesn't seem to be a massive amount of difference. They look pretty much identical, but such a vigorous and easy to grow plant. As Neps go, it's an easy plant to grow. Very rewarding. You get the chance, snag one. You won't regret it. Well worth it. What else we got down here? Sumagaya. Sumagaya is finally getting its groove on. Looks very pulcherish. Looks a bit like pulchra. Again, another plant I thought about selling and decided not to. And I am glad now that I didn't, because it's now just starting to come into its own. So I'm glad I kept it. Aristo Burb. Another nice plant. This, I thought I'd lost this. I looked everywhere for it, and I thought, did I sell it? Have I lost it? Did I give it to somebody? It is actually, ignore what's on the pot, it is actually Phaseoliana. And I thought, because I did have 2 or 3 of those and I sold a couple, and I thought I'd sold them all. This is Naga Bongso Caranculata complex. Nice dark picture. Raja Avata. First decent picture I've had off that one. Flava Sib number 2. The lowers, I love the lowers on this. They are fantastic. Really do like the lowers on this. The uppers, there's none on here at the moment. They're just all green. But it is a female, and she popped out a flower stalk here the other day, and I didn't really have much to put on it, but I did one side with Glandulifera Rob, and I back crossed it with Sib on the other end. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how they come out. I think Flava Sib Glandulifera Rob might be interesting, or Flava Sib will be interesting. So we'll wait and see. We'll see what the outcome is. This is Rajavicii, which in the shed, when I had the shed, it struggled for the longest time. It just did not grow. In fact, it declined so badly I thought I'd lost it, and it was a really unhappy plant. And then out in the greenhouse, bong, it started growing again. So it's clearly happy out in the greenhouse. And up here in the hospital ward, where things need a little bit of TLC, everything's doing okay, to be fair. Everything's looking perky. The 2 sibs, 2 big sibs. I was going to sell one of these because I don't need, well, I've actually got 3. There's another sib here. That's a male. That's a male, and I believe that's a male as well. So nobody needs 3 male Sibianensis. So one of them can go. This one here, does put out quite squat pictures. The other one puts out elongated pictures, but this one, I've had this one the longest, and this one does put out quite nice, quite squat pictures. Tentaculata, one of my favourites. Penda's favourite. Penda loves Tentac. Just ask him. Send him loads of pictures of Tentac, because he loves to compare. He loves to compare Tentac pictures to his own plants. So if you get talking to him online, just and I know he'll be happy, and I know he'll thank you for it. Just send him a load of pictures of Tentac, as many as you've got, or as many as you can find. I think he keeps a bit of a gallery of them. So yeah, fire him a load off. He'll be happy for that. Somebody mentioned the log, the cork bark log, which is really starting to look quite cool now. We've got ferns growing in it. We've got club moss growing in it. More ferns, more club moss, various plants, and the actual aim is to lift it and have it hanging in the middle under the lights here. So a lot of these will be moved, a lot of these hangers will be moved, and then I'm gonna have it hanging all the way along, and I'm gonna add to it, so it'll be probably as long as the bench, and it'll be hanging literally from over there to kind of here, about 18 inches below the lights, all the way across. And I'll add more plants, orchids. There'll be orchids on there, other mosses and whatnot, and I'll just add to the poles and just thread the cork bark lengths on and fill them with substrate and moss and whatnot, and just leave them get on with it. So that is this side pretty much. There's nothing really I've missed, I don't think, or nothing of interest I've missed. We'll show you the rob again because of how big it is. It's an absolute beast of a plant, absolute whopper, the size of that. I am really, really chuffed with this plant. You wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know that I like that plant. Okay, enough. Right, let's move upwards, onwards, upwards. Ow! Oh, I've just banged my shin off that chair. Man down. Ow. Oh, damn. Here we go. This will make me feel better. Ventricosa porcelain cross Edwardsiana Conan. What a plant. What a plant. Fantastic. Look at the junk in the trunk as well. Wow. Monumental. Holds pictures really well, as they moving around the table. You know what? I'm going to sit down while I'm looking at these. Bear with. Here we go. Okay. Oh, what we got here? We've got here. This is Vichai Barrio LVB cross Vichai Barrio cross Candy Red. Lots of promise on these. I had that one off Penda. Great looking plant, really great looking plant. That's going to produce some nice pictures. And then moving across here, we've got Lowii mollis. Another great cross. One here I want to show you. This is Veitchii H cross Edwardsiana. And look at the contrast in that. Well, it's got to be one of my favourite plants, easily. I'm going to shut up a little bit and just hover over some of these plants so you can see them. That's Kinnabaluensis down there. Should we get that up for you? Let's have a little look, have a wee look at X-Kinna. Growing really well. Really chuffed with that. I've had that since it was tiny. Little speck of a plant. Over here, and hopefully I can pronounce it properly. Let's just get it out and sit down. This is not a common plant. It is Epiphytica. Epiphytica. I think I've said that right. Epiphytica. Nice plant, especially the red pattern inside. Again, another plant I've had since it was teeny tiny, and it always looks like it's about to die for some reason. As you can see, the yellow leaves down there, but it just lately it's really started to push through. Here's one of those LVBMC, and oh, this one's striped as well. I knew there was a reason I didn't go into this one. Yeah, LVBMC cross Veitchii cross rigidifolia. Somebody took a bite out of the leaf there, look. Oh, cool. It's actually quite squat as well, but I think that might be where it's just... oh no, the other picture's quite squat as well. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. And then right in front of it, here, we have Bird Max, and it's the winged variety of Maxima, with a nice bit of Babigia in there as well. Interesting plant. So we need to move around the other side. Oh, this is one of the new additions. Sibianensis Trusmariensis peltata red phantom. Unfortunately, no pictures on it at the moment, but as soon as it puts one out, I will post a picture, because it does produce the most amazing pictures. Quite a big plant, really. Decent size. Moving along, we have got my biggest supernova. Nice little tubby round, like a monkey scrotum. Yeah, just done a big leaf jump this side. It's a good old, good sized plant, and then directly underneath it, we've got another blacklip. And as you can see, totally different to the one that was up on the shelf. But they've all got the same kind of body colour. But this one's just working on a new leaf there. And then down here we've got another 3734. It's not a supernova. It's nice all the same. And then the elephant in the room, if you haven't already seen it, is trunk giant cross Lowii. What a beast. Measured it yesterday and it is bang on 12 inches from the bottom there to this point here is exactly 12 inches. Great picture, rock hard as well. So it's like wood. Fantastic picture. Not the biggest. I'm sure there's people out there that have got bigger. I know there is, Jeremiah and co. But for me, that is an absolute stonker, to be fair. And it dwarfs the last one. You look at that. Absolutely amazing, the size difference. And it's working on another one here. This is on the vine side. So it's working on that one. This one is on the basil. This is a basil picture. And I mean, that's a big leaf, but it ain't as big as that, which it's just put out. And I think that is going to be a whopping picture. Absolutely whopper. That leaf is at least 6 inches across. Great size. Yeah, so that's a few VTI on this side. Trunk giant Lowii. And they're all resting on my plumeria, which for the first year since I've had it is actually pest free. When this was down the house in the conservatory, it was constantly riddled with mites. I couldn't get them off the plant. As quickly as I killed them, they would move in again, and it was just a never-ending task of getting rid of mites. And then a week later, 2 weeks later, look at the leaf, and there would be loads of little wrigglers on there, thrips, covered in thrips. So it was outside again, spray it. This thing was drinking pesticide. I mean, it was criminal. The amount of pests on this, it blew my mind. Since it's been in the greenhouse, and it's been in the greenhouse since I moved in May last year, this time last year, it's grown from there, because I marked it, so it's grown from there all the way up to there. Same on this one, you can see where it's from there all the way up to there, and the same on the other one. And the actual trunk is super thick now, and it's actually wood. The trunk is the trunk has turned to wood. Let me just go and turn off the humidifier. That's it. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we have flowers on this year. That would be absolutely amazing. and that would be another personal achievement unlocked. Flowers on the plumeria. I really hope that we do. Let me know in the comments if you you hail from somewhere where there's plumeria, and any tips that I might be able to get it flowering. I do feed it on a regular basis. It gets phostrogen, and it gets all sorts of food. So it's well fed. There's no reason, food-wise, there's no reason why it shouldn't. Up here we've got, this is an Alicipatrana cross. It is Peltati elephantum Yamada cross Alicipatrana. I do like the pictures on this. I hope this is a big picture. The pictures are fantastic. You can see the Alice in them. I've moved up here and she does appear to be growing better now. She's up here in the light. VTIM platy. This is the basil. Touch of underwater in there, I think. Yeah, it has been watered recently. Things do get dry up in the rafters though. This is a AMAJB cross, one of the better ones. I hung on to two of the AMAJB crosses, and this is one of them. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Velosa VTI striped. The other picture. This is Peltata lowii. Was thinking about producing a picture. May have changed his mind. Random truncatas here, there and everywhere. And over here we've got numerous seeds. These are Platyburb cross VTIM platy. These are my cross. And let's have a look at the embryos. Got fantastic big embryos, look. See if we've got any germination. I think there's about 3 or 4 pods in here. Now I've tried every variation of substrate to sow seeds on that you can possibly think of. Peat, sphagnum, milled sphagnum, chopped up really fine. Peat and perlite, pure perlite, sand and perlite, sand and peat. Anything in this end one? You name it, I have tried it. Tree fern fibre. And they all suffer from the same thing. And normally it takes about, when you sow the seeds, it normally takes a few weeks, 2-3 weeks. And then you start to see the green appear, the algae and the moss. And I can't definitively say why or what causes it. All I know is every batch of seeds that I sow, you always end up with moss and algae. However, I sowed these seeds about a month ago, and so far no algae, no greenery, a little bit there, and this is on Akadama Kanuma. So it looks like we're onto a bit of a winner there. If it stays like that, I'll be most impressed. So up here we've got, oh, I've just had cold water go down my back. Cadbury Cummins. This is one of the Rocco Bosch crosses. It's just popped another picture around here. There we go. Look at the colour of that. Ain't that fantastic? What a colour. And then you've got that contrast of green against the purple body, the green wings against the purple body. Absolutely fantastic. What's this growing up here? I thought that was variegated then when I looked at that. When I looked at that picture. Have another look? No, just how the light was on it. This is also a Rocco Bosch. Well, it's a little bit smaller. Everything in this log is Rocco Boschiana. That's another one. I think if you follow the videos, you'll be familiar with the Rocco Boschiana crosses and the variation in the variation in the pictures from one plant to another. This is going to be an absolute honking picture. This one. This is Truncata Giant Striped Cross VTIM, and that is going to be a honking great picture. I know it. Can't wait for that to come out. Maxima Jeff Wong, Harriona. I've had to move it up here because it really started to take off, and it's just doing leaf jump, leaf jump, leaf jump. So it had to go in a tall pot. I'll come back under here so we can have a glance at this amazing Spaffedi. Look at the teeth on that, and they're just fantastic. What a picture. What a plant. It's actually amazing. It's actually stopped flowering for a while. This has flowered 7 times, believe it or not, 7 times, one after the other virtually, and it's now just popped out another couple of leaves, because at one point, when you see how close the flower stalks are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one round there, 5, 6, and there's the first one's way up there, 7. It flowered 7 times, which is amazing. And the fact it's flowering, and it's had the time to put out that honking basil there and another basil here. Is there any more in there? No more at the moment, but what a plant. Pender had the chance of snagging this. He's going to hate me for saying this now. And he passed it up and notified me and said, do you want to buy this? off Tom, and at the time I was like, yeah, it was a cutting, and I bought it, and Pender has fallen head over heels in love with these things because they are just amazing. The teeth on that are just out of this world. So what have we done? We've done all that lot there. Down here we have a rival to Mr. Rob Cantley on my left. This is my biggest truncator, which measured from the tip of that leaf to the tip of this leaf here, measures 62 centimetres. 62 centimetres. Huge plant. And basil as well, going for it. This is finally truncator cross Epiphyata. This plant has struggled. I think it's fair to say it has struggled from day one. And all of a sudden, finally, that warm weather, boom, stuck out a nice leaf. So it's a warm weather lover. Hopefully, with this summer, we should start to see some bigger pictures on it. Fingers crossed. What we got under here? These are all. This is Velosa Rob. That belongs to the plant behind me, the big trunk. So we move him over there, and then down here we've got Lowioi Truncata Squat cross Edwardiana. And this put out a picture that looked like macrophylla when I first saw it. And it does look very macro-ish, apart from the hip down there, but still a nice plant. Nebularum, put out a nice summer leaf. You'll notice all the winter leaves, small. We had the hot sun the other day, boom, shoved that out straight away. Didn't hesitate. Same with this. This is Trunk C Giant cross Trunk C Giant, and all the winter leaves look small. Boom, winter leaf, summer leaf. So as you can see, things are getting happy. Some of the smaller stuff. Velosa Trusmariensis. Truncata Epiphyata macrophylla. Undulatifolia velosa. Tenuous Trusmariensis. I put up here the other day my Velosa hamata. This thing is so slow. Just, it's putting out leaves and it is growing, but in between putting out a leaf, there's a long pause. I'm just hoping it's going to be worth it in the end. Hamata ready. Getting busy. Holds a lot of pictures, this thing. It really does. And this is Lowioi Eddie with a picture down the back. There she is. One that's really impressing me is this Nebularum Raja. Really fast grower. Lowioi Velosa. Say hello to my little friend. Moving over here, we have Truncata, Aphipiata, Harriona. Ain't that pretty? She got a real pretty mouth. And then next to it, we've got Roger Trosmodiensis. That is, look at that leaf jumping. Happy, happy, happy. Spectabilis Aphipiata. What else we got? What else? Super. Briggs. Every collection should have a Briggs. This one is, oh yeah, it's just put out, I was going to say it hasn't put out a new picture for a while. It's just working on an upper there. Good show. Sibianensis Muriliana. It's really starting to dig in now. The leaves are getting wider, getting bigger. Might have some big pots off this soon. Just giving you a scan round so you can have a look. That's a Rocco Bosch. I'm hoping that turns into something similar to the one that's over the back that I'll show you in a bit. That's no, that's not a Rocco Bosch. Oh, here we go. This is the Roger Rob, if you remember. This was what Roger Rob was putting out, these average leaves. And then in there, I don't know if you can see down there. Oh yeah. You can just see the bones floating on the top. I introduced a mouse. And since doing that, it has put out this whopping great leaf. Huge thing. Whopping great leaf, and it's picked up its pace considerably. Now holding 2 pictures. It's never, ever, since I had it, held more than 1 picture. So, and it's just working on this one here, and hopefully this one here is going to inflate as well. The Roger side of it obviously being a very greedy plant, and I'd put money on it that basket is probably already full of root, knowing what they are as the root monsters. Tenuous, everybody loves tenuous. Tenuous is, at the moment, basil. Oh, see that little diddy in there, look. Oh, wow, wicked. Diddy little tenuous picture. And then main vine comes up there and terminates at the end with a flower stalk. And these are Hort tenuous. So the male is a Wisterbur, the Wisterbur big pitcher tenuous, and the female is my seed grown, obviously. Hopefully there'll be plenty of seeds in there, fingers crossed. This one's another one of my favourites. Nice and toothy. This is Lowii Veitchii cross Sibianensis cross Trosmariensis, and it's an EP offering. What else we got down here? Here we go. Veitchii Platy, Veitchii Burb. This is a Tom Bennett cross. Looking really nice, Tom. So we'll move across. The Veitchii Burb vine that flowered last year is all the way up in the rafters, and I am hoping that we'll get a flower off it this year. If not off that one, then maybe off the basil that's coming out the side of it. We can only hope, fingers crossed. Lowii Tentac, another favourite of Penda's. He does love the old Lowii Tentac, does Penda. Anything with tentaculata in, he'll go for it. He loves it. Clips, clippiatas. Much happier now the weather's warmed up. They are. Up with that new leaf. Oh, look at this one. Shiny, shiny. Beautiful. Like velvet on the underside. Just like, it's like touching velvet on the underside. So soft. And pictures everywhere. Clip pictures. What's this one? Top cutting Veitchii Platycoila EP. That is, I'd say that is rooted now. When did I take that? January the 1st that was took. So I'd say that is well and truly rooted by now. Lowii. I've got it. Right, bear with me because I have to turn sideways to walk through that gap. Neb VMV. I think we might have a flower off this very soon. Not this one, the next one. Right, so I'm going to turn sideways and squeeze my way through. That's it. This is the alphabet plant. Okay, so it is Rocco Exotica, cross Boschiana, cross Veitchii, cross Maxima, cross Stenophila, cross Lowii, cross Rocco, cross Veitchii, cross Lowii, cross Veitchii, cross Boschiana, cross Maxima, cross Mirror. And a partridge in a pear tree. Looking good, looking very good. Okay, so squeeze through. We've got another trunk Lowii picture there. That one's coming off the vine as well. That's got a big head. We might have a decent peristome off that. There's the oldest one, tiny. LVB VMV Eddie. Remarkable plant. That one's leaf jumping as well. And then we've got another trunk Lowii coming off the basil with a big old leaf. Oh, squeeze through, squeeze through, squeeze through. There we go. A big old basil leaf there. That's going to be a chonker. Let's just turn around. There we go. Rob. Rob Burb. Here she is. Burb Rob. These are basil. Yeah, these are basil pictures. Two of the first basil pictures off it, and it's slowed down a bit. And then I realised why, because it is now vining. And going to be interesting to see if that flowers. I really do hope it's female. Not sure. If it's a BE, it's probably going to be male. But I can't remember where I had it from. And if it is, in fact, a BE, but we'll find out soon enough, I think. Glandulifera Rob. Finally finished flowering. Chop the flower spike off that. It's now putting out uppers. I was expecting a basil after it flowered, but no, it's just going to carry on, do its thing. Fresh picture on this one, which is Vent Sib cross Lowy Eye Trunk. It's like a big old dick. Ugly Duckling. That's a big picture. That is a big picture. And it's now working on that. And it's vining again. I chopped the last vine because it started to decline. And I made several cuttings, most of which have rooted. So that thing is going like the clappers. Over here we've just got odds and ends. They're down here for no real reason. They're just odds and ends. VTI Burbeddy, Tenuous Peltata, that is Samadera, that's Nepenthes Gentle, off Dan, that's the one I had off you, Dan, Danny Z. So there's nothing down here that's really ill or not doing well. They're all growing well. Just kind of the overflow table. Orchid that's starting to flower. This is I don't know how you pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. It's pulverula. I can't pronounce the top part. But there are 4 flower spikes on that. 1, 2, 3, and 1 around the side there, 4. And they remind me of rattlesnake tails. They look like rattlesnake tails. But when they flower, they drape over the side of the pot. So I'm gonna have to move that and put it somewhere else. Turn around. And we are smacked in the face by the big elk horn. Some say it's a staghorn. It's actually an elk horn, this one. Fantastic plant. I love this, look at that. Wow. That's just someone else. So down here, what have we got down here? Let's have a look. This is Lowy Ivy cross Burb. It's an EP plant. It's a basil cutting off Josh. Thank you, Josh. That's really starting to pick up its boots and go. Rocco Bosch. That's another one of the Rocco Bosch, like Cadbury Cummings down there. That is another one, and so is this. This is Rocco Bosch as well. And so is this down here. This is Rocco Bosch as well. There you go. These all share very similar characteristics. I'll tell you the correct name of the cross. It's up on the wall up there. This is Mactac, Macrophylla tentaculata, and it's popped out of basil down there, so I shall lop off the top now and make me a cutting. Down here we've got Trunk Aphip Eddy. That's looking nice. Trunk Aphip Eddy. Trunk Aphip Eddy. And then Larioi Aphipiata. That one is Roger Eddy. It's got a little picture over there. This is another Rocco Bosch cross. And then over here we have got Supernova. Look at that bad boy. Wowzers. And then here we've got another Supernova. Just popping. So lots of VTI pictures. Have another look at that. There you go. So there's something up here I need to show you, and it is pretty much as phallic as they come. Here we go. I measured this yesterday and it was 11.5 inches, and I reckon it's grown since that. Trunk Eddy, the size of that thing, it is huge. Well, that's an 8-inch pot, and if I put that, that's at the bottom. Is it an 8-inch? Might be a 10-inch actually, but this thing is huge and it looks extremely phallic. They don't come any more phallic than Trunk Eddy, but you can see always a good sign or something that gives it away is when you get this bulge there and there's a lot of peristome inside there to come out, which normally ends up like this. I thought this was a big one until I saw this, and this is probably 2 inches bigger, 2 or 3 inches bigger. That's what I was going to show you. The AMAJB, the cross that I was talking about down there, this is another one that I hung on to. and the uppers on this are absolutely fantastic. I'm having to stretch across here with the phone, so if it's shaking, that's why. But that plant it's working on this whopper here as well. And for some bizarre reason, I don't know if you can see up there, let me zoom in, there's the top of it. I looked at it the other day and I thought, oh, what's wrong with that? It was kind of drooped over, and when I got up there and felt it, the actual growth tip was dead, and I've no idea why. So I snipped it back to good wood, and it's continued growing, it's continued putting out pictures, and hopefully it will activate a node and we'll be off again. It did flower. It flowered last year, but it wouldn't release pollen no matter what I did or how I tried. It produced the flowers, and the flowers opened, but it just would not produce pollen. I tried upping the humidity, I tried lowering the humidity, everything you can think of I tried, it made no difference. It just wouldn't release the pollen. So hopefully we'll try again. Lowii tenuous. All right. Let's get to the real stuff here now. So let me zoom out. Down here. Look at this. So on the right here is Alice Petrana, which is, when I measured it yesterday, it was over 85 centimetres from the tip of that leaf to the very tip of that leaf down there. 85 centimetres. And you can see, there you go, you can see how big it is. It is an absolute animal of a plant, and it's just popping out a brand new leaf, and it's just starting to vine. And also 2 basils. This is the second plant I fed with a mouse, and this sprung a leak at the bottom there. It rotted a hole into the bottom of the pitcher, and I kept filling it up with water, and it would hold water for a little while and then it would leak out. But after introducing that mouse, we got huge leaf jumps, and I mean huge leaf jumps compared to what it was putting out. I mean, look at that leaf, probably about 6-7 inches long, and the one before it not very big, and then all of a sudden, boom, massive leaf jumps, and it put out the 2 basils at the same time. So a very greedy, hungry plant, and I do feed this plant on a regular basis. It loves food, absolutely loves food. And then right next to it here we've got Attenborough, which is another one I feed religiously, and it rewards me by putting out huge leaves, massive leaves, and it's just working on that huge pitcher. That is going to be an absolute thumper, and so it's working on that. It's also working on another one here in the moss, and there is a third one somewhere hanging around. But then just below that we've got Roger, another one that is a greedy plant. As you can see, it started off with quite small leaves. After being fed, it's just boom. But what I really wanted to show you down here was this. Right, let me get a hold of the phone a bit better. There we go. This is Smilodon. The Smilodon upper picture. Look at that. It is absolutely fantastic. What a picture. And I have to thank Simon for this. Simon Lum, the creator of Smilodon. He made something absolutely fantastic when he made this. This is an absolute beast of a plant. Thank you, Simon. And I'm lucky enough to know him. How about that? He's a great bloke. And I've got a bit of a thing for Smilodon, so I've got, how many have I got? I think I've got 4. I've got a male there, that's a male. I've also got a female here, again, thanks to Simon. And I've got my original one down there, which is unknown at this point, but is now growing so well. And we've also got Smilodon cross Hamata, and underneath I've got one pod of Smilodon cross Nigra that I've created. So I love this little corner. This is my little corner. It's fantastic. There's a bit of everything here. There's a big basket of Hamata. Those are all Hamata. There's Hamata Nigra there. What's this one? This is Diabolica Smilodon, which is growing really well. There's another Hamata there, and another Attenborough there. Glandulifera, Ame Loeovici, Diabolica Burb, Singolana, Hamata, Singolana, Diabolica back here. There's a bit of everything down here. It's my happy corner. Albo Marginata upper. Oh, another one just popped. I do like the uppers. The uppers are absolutely fantastic. They're really special. And then we get, oh, nearly dropped the phone. Paloenensis. They're popping them here, there and everywhere. Right, I've got to move because my back is absolutely in bits from bending over down there. So if I move across here, and I might be able to sit myself down here and just show you what's going on. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That is a bit of mouse action. It looks like getting the traps out again. More food. New additions. Well, the Plumeria cutting is taken. Chuffed with that. The Heliumphora are now starting to come back after being repotted and divided. I did a lot of divisions. Most worked, some didn't. Some kicked back and promptly died. Others have took a little while, but they have come back, and they are now starting to produce better pictures. We had a lot of deformed stuff. We had I mean, that's Cyclops. That's the one that I crossed, and I've had seeds off that. That one didn't skip a beat really. That is Godzilla. And Godzilla is growing really well. Really, really well. There's Ionasi there. There's another Ionasi over here somewhere. I've just seen. There it is. Ionasi. But down here we've got, let's have a look, shall we? These are Platyburb cross VCIM Platy. I only sowed these 2 or 3 weeks back, so they're not. There shouldn't be any. Well, I say there shouldn't. There could be germination. I've had them germinate in 14 days before, so you never know. Then we've got, have a look here. These are Cyclops. Helium-4 Cyclops. I'm half expecting to see some germination on these really quickly. From past experience, Helium-4 does tend, if they're good seed, they do tend to germinate quite quickly. So just put you out. We've got here Flamingo, which at the moment it's looking a bit sketchy. It's at the moment sleeping off the postage blues. The crown looks okay. It doesn't look rotten, and it's got a new picture that's just come up and it's just opening there, so it's still growing, which is a good sign. And then next to it we've got a small division of McDonald A, which is the one of the Wisterbur clones. So put the lid back on them, keep that humidity in, keep them growing. Behind it, thought I'd show you these. These are impressive. These are Nepenthes platykyla, pure platy. And you'll notice what I said when I was showing you the seeds up on the table about the algae and the greenery that appears. Well, there it is, the moss that starts off with moss, and then that basically gives a foothold to the algae. Now what you can see, the browning of the pitcher lids there, that has been caused by hydrogen peroxide, because these pots were literally just mad crazy with algae and stuff, so they've had a light dusting of 6% hydrogen peroxide, which has basically, I don't know if you can see it there, but it has basically dissolved all the algae. It's got rid of it. But it's browned the tops of a few pitchers, but it's not a long-term thing. They will bounce back. But as you can see on this one, the whitish colour, that is algae that's been basically bleached and killed. And I mean, the plants look fine. They'll continue to grow happily. And here we got some helium phora that are already germinating. There's another one. Result. So, let's show you. These are some of last year's seedlings. Doing really well. That's the thing with helium phora, they either look really fantastic or really crap, depending on a few factors, light and other stuff. Something that just can't be helped, unfortunately. Gorgeous little pulchella. Hairy beast. Oh, what am I about pulchella? It's minor varpilosa. You're dumb. Minor varpilosa. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. With the plumeria. Good effort, that. So, oh my knees. Oh, good grief. Stand up. Oh, what we got down here? I repotted the two macrophylla. They had just stopped growing completely. They weren't doing anything. Since repotting, we've got a new leaf on that one, and we've got some movement. Finally, it's about time. We've got new leaves on both villosa. Eddie, new leaf on Eddie. Here's one for you, Brian. Right then. Oh, this video is up to an hour and a half, and I think I'm going to call it a day, because I'm knackered. So I think I've covered about everything. Oh, how about the orchids? Yeah. Orchids are coming on. The bulbophyllums. We've got another seed spike up here, another flower spike up there, with a couple of variants on there. Those will be interesting. More truncata. A personal favourite is one of Matt Richardson's crosses. Jubia Naga. Naga Jubia, I think it is. Is it? Naga Jubia, yeah. Oh, and just duck under there. Maxima striped cross Veitchii, Australia. Fantastic. What a plant. Oh, duck back under. I can't see any flower spikes yet, which is quite annoying. Lots of new leaves, but no flower spikes. I'm just hoping they decide to come. Okay, so I think that's a pretty decent tour video, I think. I hope it's brought you an hour and a half's worth of joy. So who can I remember? So Amori, shout out to Amori, Penda, two Timmies, who else is there? There's Gaz was down here the other day and walked away with a lot of plants, as he always does. He's got a better collection than I've got now. He's got most of the stuff. Who else is there? Jacob from America. How you doing, Jacob? Coops. Coops Carnivores. How you doing, Coop? All my friends in Brazil, and anybody watching from Thailand or Asia, a big shout out. Kev P from Stoke, Stokey Kev, Simon Lum, good lad. Mark, my homie down in Bournemouth. James, who else is there? Who have I forgot? I always forget somebody. Angie, how you doing, Angie? Oh, who have I forgot? Ash, of course. Ash from America. How you doing, Ash? All my friends from the States, if I've missed you out, I do apologise, but you know who you are. You know who you are. A big thank you to everybody that watches these videos. I can't thank you enough. I mean, you listen to me waffle on for an hour and a half, and God, it must be boring. But I do thank you. It keeps me busy. I enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, obviously you do, because you keep watching. But yeah, I think I'll try and do another one a bit closer this time. But I'm going on holiday next week. That's the joys of being retired. You get to go on holiday. But yeah, a massive thank you to everybody who watches the videos. As I say, I can't thank you enough. I need to start doing some merch now, don't I? Some t-shirts, some Kitso t-shirts. Yeah, that'll be funny. Okay, right, I'm going to get off and upload this, and God bless you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.